Talk about a crusher. Yes! Oh!
Are you kidding me?
And gone!
Welcome back to the Schoolyard Sports Podcast. I'll know this is Podcast Land Frank. We're now episode number 73. So we're 73 episodes, throwing an action-packed episode planned for you. NBA playoff race coming down to the wire with only 10 games left. The regular season, Final Four is set. So much going on in the MLB. Tyreek Hill was traded over to the Miami Dolphins. We're definitely going to discuss that. So much more. Stay tuned for Schoolyard Sports Land Frank, episode 73. Let's hop into it. Let's start with episode 73, how we always do with our headlines in the NBA. The Boston Celtics, okay, they reclaimed the 1 seed. They claimed the 1 seed in the East. Now they're back to the 4 seed, but they had the 1 seed at point, 2 days ago. Boston Celtics have had one of the best turnarounds in a while in the NBA history. They started the season not doing so well. They went 19-21. There was an 11 seed at one point. Then they shot up all the way to the number 1 seed. Now they're back to the 4 seed, 1 game out of the 1 seed. Miami Heat currently at the 1 seed right now. But this Eastern Conference is going to be stacked. I'm saying the Eastern Conference playoffs is going to be better than the Western Conference playoffs. That's how the bracket will be better than the Western side, in my opinion. It's just going to be action-packed. Nets are going to be the 8 seed, and they could definitely pull off an upseed against a 1 seed Heat. That'd be wild to see right there. But Boston Celtics did get the 1 seed for a little bit. Boston Celtics, what turnaround they've had. Ime Udoka should be a candidate for Coach of the Year. Jason Tatum should be a candidate for MVP. They definitely can play together, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Whoever made that statement, whoever had that debate, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown can't play together. Trade one of them. That's one of the worst debates in NBA history. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum have both had amazing seasons. They're great together. I know Jaylen Brown's fighting injury right now, but Celtics doing really, really, really well right now. Now, another player who's also doing really well right now, Paul George, Paul George finally back for the LA Clippers. And this LA Clippers team could be dangerous. They're playing the Jazz tonight. This team could get on fire, but they're already doing well with Reggie Jackson. Nicholas Batum, Amir Coffey, Luke Kennard. This isn't the most stacked team, but they're in playoff position with basically a bench type of roster. They don't have Paul George. They don't have Kawhi Leonard. They have role players, rotation players in their playoff position. Now you mix in a star, all-star, like Paul George to that position. This Clippers team is going to be good. Maybe they can even make it out of the play-in. It'd be wild to see right there. But Clippers and Paul George back right now. Tyronn Lue, he's got to be happy. Tyronn Lue should maybe even be a candidate for Coach of the Year. Tyronn Lue, all those talks back when he was in Cleveland, he's nothing without LeBron James. Nothing without LeBron James. Now he's with the LA Clippers, and he's done a great job. Tyronn Lue deserves his respect. Tyronn Lue, one of the best coaches in the NBA. Paul George back right now for the LA Clippers. Let's move to the NFL. We had a blockbuster deal. Maybe the biggest move of the offseason, you could say. Probably the most shocking move of the offseason. Because Russell Wilson deal, you knew it was coming. You knew he was going to get traded this offseason. You just didn't know that day. Same with the Deshaun Watson deal. You knew he was going to get traded. Aaron Rodgers, okay, he's going back to Green Bay. But this, nobody could predict Tyreek Hill going to the Miami Dolphins. I see on my phone, Tyreek Hill traded to the Miami Dolphins? Wow. Imagine him going to the Jets. That'd be a shame right there for the New York Jets to get Tyreek Hill. I think the New York Jets should probably still get a wide receiver, maybe in the draft, Garrett Wilson, Drake London. I think that might be the better offer than giving up a huge haul for wide receiver, star wide receiver. But Tyreek Hill, wow, that's wild to see right there. It's kind of the Chiefs' fault. If they paid him for the Devontae Adams deal, he's back as Chief next year. He's back as the Chief next year, the year after that, the year after that, the year after that, whatever it might be. But no, they decide, let's wait to pay him a little bit more. Now, Devontae Adams gets a huge deal, becomes the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL. Tyreek Hill says, I'm the best wide receiver in the NFL. Pay me the most money. Chiefs not the salary cap for that. Chiefs, Brett Veach made a rare mistake right there. Andy Reid probably upset to see his main target, for one of the best players on his offense, Tyreek Hill, go away. We're going to talk about the effect it's going to have on Patrick Mahomes upcoming seasons, whatever it might be. Tyreek Hill, trade to the Miami Dolphins. So what effect does this have on Tua Tagovailoa? Leave your answer in the comment section. Let's move over to the MLB, where we have a bit of news. MLB opening day is just 1 week around the corner. By April 7th, it's going to be opening day, and I cannot wait. We're going to do our MLB special next week. We're going to do top 5 bowl predictions. We're going to make award picks, World Series picks, everything like that. But in the MLB, it's going to be an action-packed season. Jacob deGrom announces the opening day start for the New York Mets. And it's a rarity for Max Scherzer not being the opening day start. He's not an ace. You can say the Mets have 3 aces in their rotation right now. They have Chris Bassett, who was an ace for the Athletics last season. They have Jacob deGrom, who's the best pitcher in baseball. They have Max Scherzer, who's arguably the best pitcher in baseball. It's wild to see right there. But Jacob deGrom will start opening day for the New York Mets. This is going to be a great New York Mets team. They can start the season with 5 straight wins because of this pitching rotation. It's wild there. But you got Taijuan Walker, Chris Bassett, Jacob deGrom, Max Scherzer, you missing our picture in there. This is going to be a great team this year, in my opinion. My New York Mets starring Jacob deGrom on opening day. It's a bit of news right there. Now, the Albert Pujols started by back in St. Louis. What effect does this have? I mean, this is great to see right here. He's going to probably retire as a St. Louis Cardinal now. Great to see right there. But a lot of stuff going on spring training. We're going to do our I Will Be Special next week. That's about for that lens this week. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Now, my favorite of the week this week was a North Carolina Duke Final Four play. This is going to be amazing. The first time in these programs' history playing in the Final Four, they're going to get a third matchup, which they usually do most seasons, at least in the ACC tournament they play, and then they play twice in the regular season. But Coach K gets redemption out of play. That's all that matters right now. It could have been scripted better. It could not have been scripted better. Maybe a championship game, but no, this is amazing, everybody. I don't think many people picked North Carolina to make the Final Four. I picked them to lose in the Sweet 16 against UCLA. They won that game. Brady Mack is one of the best players in college basketball. Rondo Baycott's one of the best players in college basketball. Mark Williams on Duke is one of the best rebounders in college basketball in the past 5 years, whatever you want to say. I mean, Paolo Banchero could be the number one pick. This is just going to be such a fun matchup right here. This is the best thing I saw last week, having a Duke North Carolina Final Four. It's going to be one of the most exciting Final Four games, maybe of all time, you could say. This is going to be such a fun game to watch, just because the emotion, the rivalry, everything like that. That's going to be awesome to see in this game. Stay tuned for the Duke North Carolina Final Four game on Saturday. That's the best thing I saw this week. Having a Duke North Carolina Final Four game. I don't even know the outcome of the game yet because the game's on Saturday and we're filming this and the episode's coming out on Thursday. But this is this is going to be awesome to see right here. A Duke North Carolina Final Four game. Duke North Carolina NCAA tournament game. It's going to be the last match. Hubert Smith in his first season as the North Carolina coach. Coach K in his last season as the Duke coach. It's great to see right here. That's the best thing I saw this week. A Duke North Carolina Final Four. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Now we have top five, everybody. This week's top five season's coming to a close. So what does that mean? MVP time. The top five MVP candidates right now. Let's all put into it. I want to give one honorable mention. So the sixth best MVP candidate right now, in my opinion, is Devin Booker. I wanted to put Devin Booker on this list so bad. I really want to put him on this list, Devin Booker, but I just can't. I can't put him over Joel Embiid. I can't put him over Luka Doncic, who has literally had, you could say, virtually no help this year. I mean, he's got Spencer Dinwiddie. He lost Kristaps Porzingis, which was a whole thing going on this season. And Luka's been great since the All-Star break. I got Luka at number 5. Devin Booker, I wish I could squeeze him in there. I can't, though. It's Devin Booker, 6th best MVP candidate right now. But like I just said, Luka Doncic, number 5. Luka Doncic dealt with a lot this season. Luka Doncic, 5th best player in the NBA this season. 5th best MVP candidate. Luka Doncic. Number 4, Joel Embiid. You could say, Whoa. Joel Embiid all the way at 4? I got Joel Embiid at 1 on my list. I got Joel Embiid at 2 on my list. I don't. I really don't. And I don't care if you're about your opinion saying Joel Embiid should be higher. He shouldn't, in my opinion. Joel Embiid should not be higher on this list. He shoots around 20 free throws a game, and he's got some of the most help in the NBA. He's got Tobias Harris, James Harden. This is one of the best teams in the NBA. Joel Embiid's had a great season. The best season of his career. No debate about it, but I was higher on Joel Embiid earlier in the year. Now I'm not. Joel Embiid, 4th best MVP candidate right now. Joel Embiid. Number 3, Jason Tatum. A lot of people were dying him earlier in the year, but Jason Tatum has come alive. Just Jason Tatum, a great player in my opinion, one of the best scorers in the NBA, averaging 28 points per game right now. Jason Tatum, number 3. Number 2, Giannis Antetokounmpo, everybody. Giannis, great player, but he's on a great team right now. Drew Holiday doesn't have as much help. I mean, has more help than Jokic does. He's still Giannis Antetokounmpo, great player in my opinion. Maybe should have won MVP last year, won the championship last year, or he has 2 MVPs to his name. But I don't think he gets a third this season. I think Giannis Antetokounmpo finishes 2nd, runner-up for MVP season. And I got number 1, Nikola Jokic, but has been without Jamal Murray every game this season. Every single game. He's playing with the lineup of Facundo Campazzo, Will Barton, Jeff Green. This is not a great lineup with this is not a great rotation going with Nikola Jokic right now. Nikola Jokic, one of the best young players in the NBA. He's going to win his 2nd MVP this year. And I know a lot of people are going to say, Nikola Jokic, back-to-back MVPs, he doesn't deserve that. But you think about it, he really does. Nikola Jokic won MVP last year, rightfully so. And he's going to win MVP again this year, in my opinion, as he should. Nikola Jokic, one of the best players in the NBA, has been the best player in the NBA this season, in my opinion. Nikola Jokic should win MVP this season. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. That's my top 5 MVP candidates for this season, my top 5 players in the NBA season. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. That's about for that this week. So now, for my spotlight for this week's episode, it is the overtime rule change. Because back after that Chiefs-Bills game, I said overtime rules need to be wiped, they need to be changed, they need to be this, and they need to be that. But my rule was, don't change regular season post-overtime rules. Enough times happened that doesn't need to be impacted. The regular season overtime rule changes. Only the postseason, both teams get a chance to get the ball. And now, that rule has been changed to where only in the postseason both teams get the ball. So like I said, rule change, only in the postseason. NFL changed it to only in the postseason, which is a great rule. Both teams get the ball in the postseason, in overtime, not in the regular season, only in postseason, as I call it. Leave your thoughts on this overtime rule change. It's definitely interesting in my opinion. It's going to change the complexion of some games. I mean, you'd say, oh, Mahomes' first season as a starter, if he had this rule change, he would have made the Super Bowl over Brady and his Patriots. Oh, if Josh Allen had this rule change this year, Mahomes wouldn't have made it to the conference championship. The Bills would have won the Super Bowl this year over the Rams. You'd say anything like that. It's a great rule change, in my opinion. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. That's about for my spotlight this week. Now, did you know, this week's Did You Know, it's a good one. Did you know the longest opening day winning streak in MLB history has been Detroit Tigers? 8 games, won 8 years straight on opening day. So 2009, 2017, I think the Cincinnati Reds had 1983, 1991. So both these teams, the longest opening day winning streak over years has been Detroit Tigers and Cincinnati Reds. You know that? Leave down in the comment section. That's about for Did You Know this week. Okay, so for this segment, I want to take a look ahead to what Kansas City Chiefs dynasty, maybe dynasty's over, what it might look like without Tyreek Hill. Let's break down that Tyreek Hill trade, what it might mean for Patrick Mahomes. I don't think they're shooing for this division anymore. I really don't. That division is stacked. You got Russell Wilson in that division. You got Justin Herbert in the Chargers in that division. You got Devontae Adams and the Raiders in that division. I'm saying the Raiders might even win this division. I'm saying right here, right now, the Las Vegas Raiders will win the AFC West next season. You can bookmark it. Las Vegas Raiders win the AFC West next season. But for Patrick Mahomes, I mean, this is colossal for him. Travis Kelce, people don't think about. He's the same age as Rob Gronkowski. People always say, oh, Rob Gronkowski is retiring this season. No, he's retiring next season, this and that. Rob Gronkowski's not going to be playing in 2 years. He isn't. Travis Kelce might not be playing in 2 years. That's a lot for Patrick Mahomes to deal with. Okay? Patrick Mahomes is without Travis Kelce, if he is without Tyreek Hill. Patrick Mahomes entering his prime if he's not in already. Wild stuff going on with Patrick Mahomes right now. And the Kansas City Chiefs. You could have gone more out of first round pick. Like people say, Tyreek Hill is the Steph Curry of the NFL. If the Warriors trade Steph Curry, they would get more than the first round pick. They would. That's what I'm trying to say right here. Tyreek Hill trade is a terrible one for the Chiefs and is a steal for the Miami Dolphins. It is the perfect move by Chris Greer, the Miami Dolphins. It's going to be, it's going to be great for Tua. It's going to be good for Jalen Waddle. It's going to be good for Mike McDaniel. This is going to be good for this offense. They got Raheem Mostert in free agency. I see his team. I see 9-10 wins out of this team next year. Maybe he's in the playoff win. Maybe the playoffs secure. I mean, that'd be wild to see right there. But this deal for the Chiefs, this means a lot for them. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. That's my thoughts on the Tyreek Hill Chiefs trade. It's that time of year, everybody. It is the Final Four. Let's go over College Hoops Madness. College Hoops Madness Final Four edition. Final Four set. Duke, North Carolina, Kansas, Villanova. Rematch 2018 matchup where Villanova dominated Kansas in the Final Four. That team was with Devontae Graham. Colin Gillespie was on that Villanova team. Surprisingly, Jalen Brunson was on that Villanova team. Dante DiVincenzo. That Kansas team at Udoka Azubuike. That was a good team also. But they're playing again in the Final Four. But before we pick the Final Four, let's rank the top 5 players in the Final Four. Let's talk about it. I got the number 1 player in the Final Four right now being Paolo Banchero. Paolo Banchero, one of the best players in the country. The best player in the Final Four. Might be the number 1 overall draft pick this year in the NBA. I mean, he could be starting in the NBA in my opinion. Paolo Banchero, the best player of this tournament so far. And Paolo Banchero, number 1 player in the Final Four. Number 2, Ochai Agbaji of Kansas, one of the best guards. Will be a good guard in the draft. Probably will go, you could say, lottery, maybe late first round. Ochai Agbaji, a good player in my opinion. Ochai Agbaji, second best player in college basketball behind Paolo Banchero, and second best player in the Final Four. Number 3, Colin Gillespie, everybody. Guard at Villanova. You see Colin Gillespie. I mean, this is the toughest player in college basketball. He's the most experienced player in college basketball. He's the toughest player in college basketball. Has NCAA tournament experience. Won a national championship in 2018 as a freshman with that Villanova Wildcats team. Villanova hasn't seen that much NCAA tournament success since then. But this is a good Villanova team, in my opinion. I got Villanova and Colin Gillespie. Colin Gillespie, third best player in the NCAA tournament. Number 4, Armando Bacot. By Armando Bacot, really, really good player for North Carolina. One of the best rebounders in the country. He and Marco Williams, 2 of the best rebounders in the country, in my opinion. Armando Bacot, a force on the defensive end, force on the offensive end. I mean, won that game for them against Baylor. Great player, Armando Bacot, is my opinion. Number 4, Armando Bacot. And number 5, I got another North Carolina Tar Heel. Brady Mack can knock down the 3. You see, I mean, Brady Mack, I think he might even be one of the most experienced players in college basketball. Was on the Trae Young Oklahoma team. Yes, you were there right. The 2017 Trae Young Oklahoma team. So same year as Colin Gillespie. Brady Mack, 5th best player in the Final Four right now. Brady Mack out of North Carolina has improved shooting so much this year. Hubert Smith has done a great job with him. This North Carolina staff said, when Hubert Smith got here, he said, let's go find a sharpshooter. Let's go find a player out of that transfer portal. And they found Brady Mack. And that's the reason why they're in the Final Four, developing Armando Bacot, developing Brady Mack. That's why they're in the Final Four right now, and that's why they're playing Duke in the Final Four. So let's pick that game. Duke, North Carolina in the Final Four. It's going to be a back and forth game in my opinion, but I get the Duke Blue Devils winning 84-79 over North Carolina Tar Heels. I don't think North Carolina leads once in this game. I think it's still going to be a close game the whole way, but I think Duke has the lead the whole entire game. I think they end up winning by 5. I got Duke winning by 5. No upset this time for the Tar Heels. No Tar Heel going to the national championship. I got Duke going to the national championship where they will play Kansas, in my opinion. Kansas, my national championship pick going in to the tournament. So I'm going to put them in my national championship right now over Villanova. I got Kansas into the national championship. Now, Duke kids, do I stick with my original national championship pick or do I go with Coach K? Do I make it the best? I mean, if Coach K wins the national championship in his last season at Duke, that makes for the best documentary story, that makes for the best script, that makes for all that. Do I pick Duke? I'm picking Duke, everybody. I'm not going with my Kansas pick as a national championship pick. I was thinking about taking Kansas, but I can't. And Duke, great team. Paolo Banchero, great player. Mark Williams, great player. This is a great Duke team, in my opinion. Duke wins the national championship this year. My 2021, 2022 national championship pick is the Duke Blue Devils, everybody. That's part of College Hoops Madness for this season. Stay tuned for the rest of episode number 73. So let's do something we haven't done in a while on the show. Let's do this or that MLB edition. So we're going to be comparing 2 MLB players. I'm going to pick who I like more, who I think is the better player. Let's hop into it. Let's start with the fire one. Shohei Ohtani, Showtime, or Fernando Tatis Jr. Fernando Tatis Jr. is going to be out 3 months to the start of the season because he has a $330 million contract and he broke his wrist in a motorcycle accident. But I'm not going to say anything about that. Shohei Ohtani, Showtime. Maybe the best player in the MLB. Shohei Ohtani, I'm taking him over Fernando Tatis Jr. any day of the week. Maybe my favorite player in the MLB behind Jacob deGrom. Shohei Ohtani beats out Fernando Tatis, in my opinion. Juan Soto, Ronald Acuna, 2 great NL East outfielders, 2 of the best outfielders in the game right now. Am I going to pick Juan Soto? Or am I going to pick Ronald Acuna Jr.? Ronald Acuna Jr. coming off torn ACL. Juan Soto may be one of the best disciplined hitters of all time. Juan Soto, could be one of the best hitters of all time when it's all said and done. So I got Juan Soto going over, beating Ronald Acuna Jr. I got Juan Soto as a better player than Ronald Acuna Jr. If I had to start a franchise right now, I'm taking Juan Soto over Ronald Acuna Jr. Both great players, though. Don't get me wrong on that. Trevor Story, Corey Seager. Corey Seager signed with the Texas Rangers this offseason. Trevor Story signed over with the Boston Red Sox. I got Corey Seager taking this one, though. That's going to be a stacked Texas Rangers team next season. I mean, they had a terrible year this year, but they're going to have a great year next year. They got Mark Semien. They got some good pitching back. I mean, this is going to be a good team. Corey Seager mixed in there. This is going to be a good team. I don't think this is going to be a 100-win team. I think this is going to be a 90, 95-win team. I wouldn't be shocked if they had 86 wins and they make the playoffs, but this is going to be a good team, in my opinion. I got Corey Seager over Trevor Story. Very, very close, though. Battle of the free agent shortstops who signed new teams this offseason. Jacob deGrom or Max Scherzer. So I'm dividing 2 teammates up here. It's tough to do, but I'm going with Jacob deGrom. If he was fully healthy last year, he probably would have had the greatest pitching season of all time. Max Scherzer had a good year last year, not his best. He put up 2.3 ERA, but I think Max Scherzer bounces back this year, has a good year, but I still got Jacob deGrom as a better player over Max Scherzer by a little bit. So happy to see this as a New York Mets fan. Now, the last one we're going to do right here. The 2 best players in the MLB right now, based off last season, in my opinion. I'm not putting Mike Trout here. I'm not putting Mike Trout right here. I'm going Vladimir Guerrero Jr. or Shohei Ohtani. Don't get me wrong. I love Shohei Ohtani. Showtime. Everything like that. But Vladimir Guerrero Jr. slimmed down a little bit this offseason. Maybe should have won MVP last season. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is going to have one of the best hitting seasons of all time. MLB history this season. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is going to hit over 50 home runs this year. He's going to win MVP. You can bookmark me on that. You can go back to this episode number 73 when the MLB season's over and done. And the MVP's announced. But I got Vladimir Guerrero Jr. as the best player in MLB this season. And I got Vladimir Guerrero Jr. taking the crown over Shohei Ohtani for this or that. That's about for this or that this week. Stay tuned. Still more to come. Now, at the buzzer, but this week's At the Buzzer is a fiery one. What did the 49ers do with Jimmy Garoppolo? What did the 49ers do with Trey Lance? So, John Lynch, listen up right here. Kyle Shannon, listen up right here. You guys have made a major mistake not trading Jimmy Garoppolo yet. Now, if I'm Carolina Panthers, I'm panicking trying to find a quarterback right now. If I'm John Lynch, I'm taking advantage of that. I'm saying, hey, Carolina Panthers, Matt Rule, do you want Jimmy Garoppolo? Do you want a solidified quarterback for next season? I'm going to give you Jimmy Garoppolo. And I'm doing all I can to trade Jimmy Garoppolo for the NFL draft because I want a second-round pick. I want a first-round pick. I want all that. Because if this doesn't go well with Trey Lance, John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan may just be fired. They sold the farm. When I say the farm, I mean they sold everything for Trey Lance. They gave up 3 first-round picks. They gave up everything just to take Trey Lance to number 3 when they could have taken Matt Jones. When they could have taken Kyle Pitts. When they could have taken Justin Fields. Now, Jimmy Garoppolo is a good quarterback, all on that, but Trey Lance, with how he played the season, put up around the same numbers as Jimmy Garoppolo did. Now their quarterbacks are going to go out there, gunsling, and win you a game. I don't think that's going to happen next season with Trey Lance or Jimmy Garoppolo. But Jimmy Garoppolo isn't going to straight up lose you a game, in my opinion. I don't think he's going to throw the game-losing interception. I can't say the same for Trey Lance. I can't. I really can't. And that's why I think maybe 49ers should keep Jimmy Garoppolo. But say Jimmy Garoppolo has a bad season, and say Trey Lance isn't progressing well. You are done, John Lynch. You are done the 49ers because you're not going to get anything back from Jimmy Garoppolo, and Trey Lance is a bust. A lot of stuff going on with the San Francisco 49ers right now. It's a huge dilemma with Trey Lance. We're talking about 1 year ago now where they gave up farm for Trey Lance. Farm for the number 3 pick. And they haven't done much with it. Trey Lance needs to progress a little more, in my opinion. I don't know what they should do. I think they should definitely panic and try to trade him to the Carolina Panthers. Because the Carolina Panthers are panicking right now. If I'm the Carolina Panthers, I want him over Baker Mayfield. That's what I'm going to say right there. That's about for my At the Buzz this week. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Now, the best for last question this week's question is, who will make the NBA Finals? You can say the Brooklyn Nets. I'm thinking right now, I was talking to my brother before this episode, I'm saying, I think the Brooklyn Nets can make the NBA Finals as an 8 seed. He said, no way. But with Kyrie Irving back, with a great point guard off the bench from Patty Mills, with Kevin Durant, with Ben Simmons maybe coming back, and Andre Drummond mixed in there, this team could easily make the NBA Finals. And if they get in 1 seed, if they're the 8 seed, and Miami Heat the 1 seed, I could bookmark it. They're winning in less than 7 games. Okay, they might even win in 5 games, 6 games. They could even be a sweep. Okay, Miami Heat didn't do great in the playoffs last year, and I think they could do very, very well this year in the playoffs. Brooklyn Nets. I think Brooklyn Nets could definitely make the NBA Finals. I think the Phoenix Suns are maybe even a shoo-in for the Western Conference right now. You never want to count out LeBron, but this is definitely not the year for the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm going to say all that right there. But who do you think will make the NBA Finals this year? Leave your thoughts in the comment section. That's about for question day this week. That's about for Schoolyard Sports with Lane Frank, episode 73. Thank you for tuning in. Follow Schoolyard Sports on Instagram at Schoolyard Sports. Follow Schoolyard Sports on Twitter at Schoolyard Sport. Follow Schoolyard Sports on TikTok at Schoolyard Sports. Follow the best podcast producers in the game on Instagram at DB Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review for the best sports content in the world. We'll be back next week, episode 74. Stay tuned.